Salamat Pagi. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It gives us immense pleasure and is indeed our honor that we have been invited here to present our game of Kho-Kho at this 18th Asian Games meet in Jakarta. It is our privilege to give this presentation in front of the OCA Sports Committee. We, on behalf of the Kho-Kho Federation of India and the Asian Kho-Kho Federation, welcome all the participating nations at these Asian Games 2018 meet. Kho-Kho, one of the two most popular active Indian traditional games, the other being Kabaddi, is the game of run and chase which demands both physical fitness and strategy. It's derived its name from the Sanskrit Latin word Kho, which means get up and go. So to start with, let us first know some history of Kho-Kho and its origin. Kho-Kho is considered to be an ancient game of undivided India. Probably was derived from the different strategy and tactics of Kurukshetra war of the great Mahabharata. The chariot fight during the war and the zigzag pathways followed by the retreating soldiers indicate the formation of a chain play, a defensive skill in the game of Kho-Kho. The methods adopted by Abhimanyu, the son of Arjun, to fight against the Kaurava's typical strategy of Chakravyuh, circular formation, resembles the idea of ring play, a defensive tactic in Kho-Kho. The present appearance of the game was an adoption from about the time of World War I in 1914. But it's when the Deccan Gymkhana Club of Pune, under the supervision and guidance of the great Indian leader Sri Lokmanya Tilak and Bhai Narorkar, drafted the first rules and regulations of the game, which symbolized the metamorphism of the game soon to follow. The game, with its fast pace, soon started attracting players and fascinated the spectators, and has also seen various improvements and developments in the game and its rules, like inclusion of poles, move from mud to mat, etc., etc. The year 1936 was marked as a golden year in the history of Kho-Kho, when at the Berlin Olympics an exhibition of Kho-Kho was made in the main stadium. Kho-Kho then also featured in the Asian Games in 1982 for the first time in New Delhi and was officially included as one of the main featured games in the 12th South Asian Games in 2016 held in Guwahati, Assam.
In 2018, Kho-Kho achieved a new milestone when it featured in the Khelo India School Games and was the first time when the game was officially broadcasted on an international scale at Star Sports.
Now, let us see how this wonderful game of Kho-Kho is played. Kho-Kho is played on a rectangular court with a line drawn lengthwise across the center and two poles are stuck in the ground on each end. There are two teams with 12 players each, out of which 9 players play the game at a time. The two teams are called a chasing team and a defending team. The chasing team enters the court first, and 8 of the 9 players sit on the center line, all evenly spaced out. The players alternately face opposite directions away from the center line. The 9th player is the chaser, and he stands next to the pole. Once the chasing team takes their respective position, then the 3 defenders from the defending team enter the court. The game now starts with the whistle, where the chasing team tries to capture as many defenders as possible within the inning time of 9 minutes by tagging them. There are 4 innings of 9 minutes each, giving both the teams 2 sets of equal opportunities to chase as well as defend. During the play, the defenders can cross the center line to escape from the chaser. However, the chaser cannot do so. The defenders can even run in any direction to escape from the chaser, while the chaser can run only in one direction. Once he starts running, he cannot turn around or change his direction. In order for him to change directions, he must run to a pole and around it in the free zone. But in order to chase down the defenders quickly, a chaser can switch his position with any of his teammates by touching a sitting teammate on the back and shouting out Kho. The new chaser pursues the defenders on the half of the court he was facing. Every time when all the 3 defenders of a batch are captured, a batch of 3 new defenders enter the court till the end whistle of the innings. The team with the maximum number of captures at the end of the 4th innings wins the game. As simple as that. Moving forward, let's put our eyes on the key skills and USPs of this fantastic game. The game of Kho-Kho demands the highest degree of quick and brisk movement, with very high grade of nerve reflexes and tremendous stamina, which are the characteristics of a supreme athlete. Not only this, but major skills are required for this game are speed, like the sprint speed of a 100-meter racer. Flexibility, like a gymnast. Endurance, like a long racer of marathon. Strength, of a footballer. Agility, like a cricketer. The neuromuscular combinations, like a chess player. That means there is no doubt where we can say Kho-Kho is the game of games, or one game with the skills of multiple sports. Moving forward, we would like to bring forward to you some interesting facts about the game of Kho-Kho. As we say, Kho-Kho is based on the natural principles of physical development and fosters a healthy combative spirit. It also burns around 6,000 to 7,000 calories per player during the game. It is one of the most affordable and easily accessible games, as it requires the least infrastructure and almost negligible equipments for playing. It is even used as a training regime in cricket camps of the Indian cricket team for the development of strength and skills of the players. Cricketers like Sachin Tendulkar, Sandeep Patil and Kiran More have even played Kho-Kho in their initial years. In fact, Mr. Sandeep Patil has also been a national Kho-Kho player. Unlike cricket or football, where the mesmerizing diving catch or a goal shot becomes the match moment of the game, there are phenomenal dives in Kho-Kho at every other second, and thus it makes the sport very spectator friendly. Recently, the England team visited India for a test match series, and we also had an Asian Championship which was held at Indore, where countries like Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal and Korea participated. It is now widely played at clubs, zonal and national levels in many countries, including England, Scotland, Peru, Malaysia, Thailand, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, Korea, Bhutan, Afghanistan, Myanmar, Singapore, Iran, UAE, Saudi, Qatar, etc., etc., etc. Like in the wonderful game of Kho-Kho, as you tag your partner, we would like to tag each and every one of you and say a loud Kho, so you can go and spread this wonderful game in all the lovely Asian countries and take the benefit of the overall strength and skills of this wonderful game. Hope we all come forward together and see this game, this mesmerizing game, soon to be played as a part of the Asian Games. Thank you.